Hello everybody and welcome back to the Celtic FC 25 career mode. And not only is this another episode of this series, but it is the final episode of season 3. I've made a decision that because we have been knocked out of the Champions League, and as you can see here we have such a healthy lead in the league itself, I'm going to get through the rest of season 3 today. The one game I'll play in full is if we get to the Scottish Cup final, because we are currently in the semi-final, but other than that, we are going to get through the highlights of the rest of season 3, lift that league title, hopefully lift that cup as well for a third double in a row, 4 if you count real life as well. And then at the very end of the episode, there is a big decision that I need you to help me make. I want to bring a new striker into the club, and there are 2 options that I currently have shortlisted that I want you to decide for me. So stay tuned to the end, and also stay tuned to the end because I have some other content coming up that is related to this series, but it's for the international side of it. So there is a bit of a change of schedule with how this is going to be uploaded to kind of bridge the gap between season 3 and season 4. So yeah, all will be explained in the end. But we did sim a few games before I started this recording because I had international games that I needed to record. So if we go back to February, so there was a 4-1 win there over St Johnstone, a 2-1 win over Dundee United, 3-2 over Ross County, 3-1 over St Mirren, and 3-1 over Aberdeen. I think that was all the games. Sorry, we drew with Kilmarnock as well. And unfortunately in that game, Santos got injured and he is currently out for 7 weeks. But look, we have a healthy lead in the league. We're out of the Champions League, so it's not too much of a big loss considering we have players like Hatate and Ryan Christie and even McGregor who can come in and take that place. But let's get into the highlights, starting off with this Old Firm derby against a struggling Rangers team. Well, we continue to add to Rangers' misery in this. I actually meant to play the full game. I accidentally clicked on play highlights, and we didn't really have any clear-cut opportunities until the last 20 minutes of the game. But Adamida starting the goal-scoring show yet again, toe-poking it past the keeper, giving us a 1-0 lead. And in the next highlight, he was able to double that with 10 minutes to go. Look at this for a beautiful penalty. It's a trademark penalty finish from Adamida at this stage. Keeper didn't even move. He smacked it into the top corner. That was enough to seal the 3 points, although Rangers did pull one back here. Defensively, probably could have done a little bit better had you pulled one back, but we do get 3 points here against Rangers, whose tough season continues. So Hibs have done us a massive favour and they drew the last game with Hearts, which means that if we win this, we are really only a point away from winning the league title. Dundee FC, who are bottom of the league. I know anytime I've quick-simmed bottom of the league away from home before, it normally doesn't go our way. But I'm going to take that risk anyway. Full strength team, nobody's tired. Let's hope we can get the 3 points. Please. Yes, we can. Oh, and we get it in some fashion as well. Maida, Ida, Maida again, and Timber, who probably will be leaving us at the end of the season because we do have to sell 2 of our highest rated players, not named Phil Brooks, because of our failure in the Champions League. But anyways, he'll be going out with a league title at least, it looks like, as we get this win against Dundee, and the title is once again in our grasp. And wouldn't you just know it, the game is against Hibs, which is really annoying because I don't want to wear the away kit at Celtic Park for celebrating the title. So you know what, I'm going to take a risk. Both teams are going to wear the home kit. Listen, we have green and white hoops. They have a green base with white sleeves. It should be okay. But for the sake of not wanting to drag this season on for too long, we'll play the highlights feature, but I'll do it live instead of commentating over the highlights like I normally do, or the replay I should say. See, that's annoying because when I say the highlights, I mean the highlights that I show you after the game as opposed to the highlights feature. But I need to distinguish that more because I can see why it might be a bit confusing. But we have sealed 1 title against Hibs before and they've almost helped us seal this one. But all we need is a point. But a win will seal the league title even. Celtic against Hibs. Let's be having ya. Yeah, you know what? The kick clash doesn't look as bad maybe as I thought it was going to. But I can definitely see why it could be an issue. It's because Hibs away kit is more of a clash with our home kit as well. So it's like either way we're screwed. That was a poor pass by Maida in the first attack of the game. But we get another one here. Here's Kuhn. Well, I'll be honest with you, in the sim games has been world class. When I've actually used him, he's not been great, but he's got an assist here from Adamida, or for Adamida, I should say, who's given us the lead here inside 15 minutes as he looks to seal yet another league title for Celtic. Great start to the game. But it's Hibs who get the next attack with Campbell. Now Bowie. Oh, he's a good turn there, to be fair. Brooks can't catch up with him. Garcia with the good interception. Oh, I thought they were going to get the bounce of the ball there, but thankfully not. And it's another Celtic highlight. A long cross into Adamida. Can he do a Van Persie on it? Oh, I tell you what, he nearly did. He nearly did. It was a good save by the keeper, but not a bad effort from Adamida, who looks like he's going to be clean through here. Oh, he is. There's nobody near him. Can he double the lead here and put one hand on the trophy? Yes, he can. But he has finally jumped up to an 80 rating, which is great to see. Sorry, my phone was distracting me there. Why do people call me when I'm recording? Apologies for that. He has gone up to an 80 rating at last, but in a way I'm glad his growth has been a bit slow because I don't want to sell him. But 30 goals in 26 games is incredible from Adamida. He joins a list of great strikers on this channel. Turl, JJ, Will Holmes. It's great to see another one staking his claim here as one of the greatest strikers we've had on this channel. And I don't want to get rid of him, but I do feel like we need to bring in somebody slightly higher rated to battle it out with him up front. Ida deflected. Out for a corner. Out for a corner, what am I saying? Into the grasp of the goalkeeper. And Hibs get the next attack. I tell you what, lads, at the time of recording, I'm only just after doing a recording for the Ireland part of this career mode. And I'm only 2 days removed from my trip to Dublin. That vlog obviously was uploaded yesterday by the time this goes up. I'm still recovering from it, as the vlog probably demonstrated. Had a lot to drink, had a ball of a time, but I'm paying for it now these next few days. But it's another Hibs attack. Here's Tavares, who's always done decently against us, to be fair. Oh, that's a good ball through to Vargas. Another good player of Hibs. Back to Campbell now. It's a good block. And Hatate will give that over to Dorado. Santos is actually back sooner than I expected as well. Here's Timber. Good run by him. Oh, it's a good save. I really don't want to sell Timber, but listen, rules are rules. Here he is again. Good block. And here's Hatate. And now Kuhn. Another good block. We get another attack again. I think I said it already before. If anything, there's too many highlights in the game this year. But the Celtic fans are in good voice. The team is flying. Oh, and we very nearly take a 3-0 lead yet again. 15 minutes to go now, though. Surely not going to be too many more highlights. As the ball comes over to Quinton Timber. I'm going to miss him so much. I really thought he could have been the man to help guide us even further in the Champions League. But unfortunately it wasn't to be as Kuhn slaps it in. Well, he was having a very quiet season up until the end of the campaign. He's been scoring in a lot of simmed games recently. He scored in a good few of them off camera. I think he scored in 3 in a row. And that's the first goal I've scored with him in quite some time. I think it's only his 5th goal of the season. As Hibs get a free kick here, which might be the last highlight of the game. Yeah, it's his 5th goal of the season. All of them coming in the Scottish League. I did check that beforehand. But the German scores here on a very important day. Terrible free kick. And that is the full-time whistle. Celtic are the champions of Scotland yet again. We broke the record last season. We've extended it this season. Hopefully we will get to lift the league title here in this game. I know sometimes they wait till the last home game of the season. And I'm hoping that the highlights feature hasn't broken that for me. And listen, my maths is not great, but I did do the math. And I'm pretty sure that winning this game, even drawing this game, got us the league title. But we're not celebrating it at the moment. Oh, come on. Please just celebrate the league title, lads. Look, if not, we'll just do it in the last home game of the season. It's not a big deal. But ideally, I would like to do it here. But it's not going to happen. Oh well, we know we've won the league, so we can confirm that in the after these highlights finish, I should say. Yeah, as you can see here, only 6 games to go, so Hearts can only get 65, 68, 71, 74, 77, 80 points. So yeah, we have already won the league, we just haven't lifted the trophy yet, but hopefully we'll get to do that in the final league game of the season, the final home game that is, and hopefully we'll have a cup to go with that as well. And speaking of which, let's get into the semi-final. And we make yet another Scottish Cup final. We beat St Mirren here by 3-1. Let me show you the goals here. Quinton Timber. Oh, I'm still so sad about having to let him go. Oh, he's so good as well. He really is. The midfield is not an area where I really wanted to spend more money. I was very happy with it. But he gave us the 1-0 lead as he comes towards the end of his Celtic career here. Kyogo Furuhashi then from the penalty spot in the second half doubled our advantage. Doesn't have the best penalty stats, but he smacked that one in. Unstoppable from the Japanese striker. He actually missed the penalty after this, but it doesn't have the highlight saved. But he did score his second goal of the game here to make it 3-0. That was enough to seal our path to the Scottish Cup final. But there was a third penalty in the game, which St Mirren did dispatch, but it was a scamp consolation. I mean, look at this. They cut away from it as soon as it hits the back of the net. That's how irrelevant that goal was. But a third Scottish Cup final in a row will be the final game that we play in this season. Right, so I've simmed up to the final home game of the season here against Hearts. And whilst I was simming up to this game, I said, you know what? I'm going to jump in the shower, just kind of, freshen myself up a bit, get ready to jump in and hopefully celebrate with the Scottish League title. And then I check my phone, and Erik ten Hag has just been sacked as Manchester United manager. So I've had to do a reaction video to that. I'm trying to keep up with all the news and updates. So this is a very tumultuous time for me. You're obviously hearing this 2 days later, but right now, my head is all over the place. And I need to try and somehow forget about that for a bit. But we are here on the final home game of the season, ironically against second place Hearts, 4-1 up. Let's jump in here for the final minute or so, and then hopefully celebrate with a league title, which is what Erik ten Hag will not be doing at Manchester United. Not that it looked like he was going to do it this season. Bloody hell, I don't know what to say right now. But anyways, here we go. 4-1 win over Hearts. It looks like we are going to celebrate with the trophy this time. We didn't get to do it against Hibs. Yes, we are. You love to see it. I didn't make any subs. I just went with the full-strength team. What a season it's been in the league. We've ran away with it yet again. But we were so far ahead, I just said, you know what? Let's just sim through to the end. Played the Scottish Cup final. But I wanted to lift this trophy. At least we've kept the stranglehold on this league that Celtic have in real life. Although Aberdeen are up there as well this season. As you might have seen in my vlog, I was with an Aberdeen fan over the weekend in Dublin. But Phil Brooks getting to lift the trophy, I think for the first time. I don't think we had him as captain this time last year, did we? Or maybe we did. I can't really remember. But anyways, he's going to lift it here. Actually, now that I think about it, he might have. Oh, it literally doesn't matter. He may wear punk on the back of his jersey, but we're the ones who punked out the rest of the league. And Celtic, once again, are the Scottish Premiership champions. We extend our lead in this league. And I tell you what, I still feel like there's more where this came from. I am happy, of course I am. But I'm a little bit gutted that in Europe it just didn't go to plan this season. But at least domestically, we're staying consistent, winning the league 3 years in a row. We're in a third Scottish Cup final as well. So, a lot of good things going for us. Unlike in Manchester. I'm sorry, lads. I'm literally like minutes after finding out about this. So, you've caught me at a very weird time. But Celtic retain the title. You love to see it. I'm just kind of sad that this is the last game at Celtic Park for a couple of these players. But we will officially look at who the top 2 rated players not named Phil Brooks are at the end of the season, and they will have to be moved on in the summer. But listen, we'll worry about that then. Let's just enjoy the celebrations now. Celtic, champions of Scotland, yet again. But the attention now does focus to the Scottish Cup final. I've had to park all the Eric Ten Hag stuff for now. I need to focus on getting this episode out there. My recording time's a bit limited this week, so I've had to do a few bulk recordings here. But here we go. The first time that we won't be playing Rangers in the Scottish Cup final, so it's nice to have a different opponent for once. As we see Henrik Larsson there, looking great in that tifo. And we will have a discussion around the striker position after this game. But St Johnstone are the opponents this year. Fair play to them for getting to this cup final. But let's end the pleasantries there and put a few past them and seal yet another double. Oh, here we go, lads. Here we go. They beat Dundee United to get here. And they also beat Hearts as well. So they beat the second place team in the league. Oh, there's a third place playoff trophy there. I didn't actually notice that until now. That's pretty cool. But there is the main talisman at the moment, Adam Ida. 2 goals against Hearts last time out. He's been killing it so far this season. I say so far this season. We've only got one bloody game left. But anyways, let's just get on with it. Scottish Cup final. Our last game of Season 3. It's flown by. Obviously, it's a small bit shorter than the previous 2 seasons. And that was because of our failures in the Champions League. Such a shame. But anyways, it gives us something to aim for this season. Oh, but St Johnstone are in here. Oh my goodness me. Well, first attack of the game. And they've gone 1-0 up. Eric, I could be joining you in that job centre soon. Well, probably not, because we've turned off sacking. But still. But we had to come from behind in last year's cup final. And we're going to have to do it again this time round. 1-0 to St Johnstone straight away. Well, that was not in the script. That was not in the script. And because of that, we got to respond quickly. Oh, we nearly did. Ida unable to get there. It's Santos now back from injury. Maida. Go on, lad. Oh, I tell you what. When you've got quality like that in the team, you never have to worry too much about going behind. It's 1-1 here. A fiery start from both teams in this Scottish Cup final. And Maida brings the teams back all square. 1-1. Thought Ida was going to get in the way there for a second. Good finish though by the Japanese winger. That's his 31st goal of the season, I believe. I was having a quick look at the stats there right before we kicked off. And Maida has had a fantastic season yet again. But in terms of goals, this has been the best one. Good block there by Dorado. Could be playing his last game for the club. Which is such a shame. It's him and Pullison, who are level on 84 rating. And then you have Timber on an 85. So Timber has to... Oh my god, what am I doing? Timber has to be sold. And then it's between Dorado and Pullison. I know who I'd rather sell. But we'll discuss that more after this game. Maida. Timber. Come on, it's your last game. Oh, and what a way to go out with a goal in the cup final. Oh, lads, this is bittersweet. This is really bittersweet for me. I don't want to let him go. I really, really don't. I've loved having him in the team. I've never used him in a career mode before. I've used his brother before on the channel. And he's come in and made a hell of an impact in this team. Oh, but it's going to be short-lived. But he's gotten a goal for us here in the cup final to give us the lead. He celebrates with the other goal scorer in Maida. And that was a goal made in heaven. That was a terrible pun. That was the worst one. That was the worst one so far. Well, that is heartbreaking. I mean, it's great, but it's heartbreaking. Oh, it's such a shame. Such a shame. Santos, have a go, lad. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. Well, it's been a fiery start in the Scottish Cup final. Timber whips in the ball. Maida. Oh, good interception. I just want to get into Season 4 though, lads. I'm just ready to improve the team, bring in some new players, see what our Champions League fixtures are, and take it from there. Oh, but they're in again here. Oh, good save by Pullison. But it's still there for them. Thankfully, we've dealt with it. Brooks goes over to Sessegnon. It's Santos into Maida. Adamida, can he get a goal in the cup final again? Well, he's made a habit of scoring in this fixture over the last few years. And he'd love to add to that today. Coombe whips it in. Garcia, Ida again, deflected. Keeper didn't hold on to it. And St. Johnstone look to break now with Kirk. Here's their goal scorer. Sidibe. That's why I hesitated about saying the name. I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyways. Timber. Maida. Oh, I thought he was going to volley that. Don't know why he decided to go for the header. Ooh, Maida went to slide in there, but unfortunately couldn't get there. His Meyer now. Or Mayer. 10 minutes to go before half time. He's got on a good run there out to Smith. Come on, Johnston, get there. He's done well, Johnston. Oh, he's done really well. And he's grown up to an 81. Which is good to see. Only 28 years old, though. So, there might be a little bit more room for him to grow. Even more. I'm not in any rush to sell him. Oh, Dorado, that's not where I wanted it to go. But Adamida, excuse me, gets the shot off. But saved by the goalkeeper. As we approach the half-time break here. Go on, Santos, have another go. Oh, he can hit them. But that wasn't one of his better efforts. But we are approaching the half-time break here now. How much added time is there going to be? Just 1 minute. Can we create one more big opportunity with Adamida? Oh, yes, we can. Oh, no, we can't. He's offside. He's offside. Ah, so unlucky. So unlucky. Looking to score in yet another cup final. But the flag goes up. And the halftime whistle's probably going to go now as well. Yes, it is. 2-1 up. Should have been 3-1 if he'd had timed that run a bit better. But after going behind, we've responded really well. Let's just get into the second half. Not really many changes I want to make. Oh, and they've given away the ball straight away here. But can we start the second half as well as they started the first? Ida! Oh, yes, we can! He couldn't be in a Scottish Cup final and not score. It's just not possible. He's put us 3-1 up here. That should be one hand on yet another double. We've already sealed the league title, and it looks like we're sealing the Scottish Cup here yet again as well. It's a brilliant strike. Keeper got close to it, but there was too much power. And Adamida smashes that into the back of the net. And the double looms large yet again. Oh, it's the first time we've played him in the Cup this season. Didn't realise that. To be fair, Furuhashi was playing an awful lot. I will bring him off the bench at some stage because this could be his swan song as well. Listen, I understand he's a cult hero at Celtic, but I've loved having Adamida lead the line, and I feel like him and a higher rated striker would take us to the next level. And here is Adamida again. Another good save. Oh, Timber. Done well there. Johnston. Good effort. Oh, and the keeper had to tap it over the bar. And we get another corner here, which Coombe will whip in. Oh, it's a decent header as well. Who is that by? I can't tell who headed that, but whoever it was decent. We get yet another corner with Timber. Garcia! Good save. He's still there. But Maynard Brewer will pick that one up, and he rolls it out. Is Smith. And he's offside. Right, let's do it. Kyogo Furuhashi, possibly for the last time, gets to make an appearance. We'll put Timber over here, and we'll take off Santos and bring on Ryan Christie. And you know what? It might be McGregor's last game as well, so we'll bring him on for Dorado. Couple of sentimental appearances here in the cup final, but when you have a 3-1 lead, I think it's okay to do this. And these are 3 players that have all done really well at the club. But they all could be moving on in the summer. It could be a very different looking Celtic by the time season 4 begins. Is Kuhn. He's someone I'm on the fence about, to be honest. Now, that was a stupid shot for me, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not blaming him for that, but he didn't really do much until right towards the end of the season. Now, I'm not saying I'm definitely going to sell him. As I said, I'm on the fence, but I will have to have a look at what's out there. It's Christie now. Back to Kuhn. McGregor. Kyogo Furuhashi. Furuhashi! Oh! Looking to get one for the road. Timber finds Maeda. Christie. Kyogo Furuhashi. Good save again by the goalkeeper. And St. Johnston going to make a change. Timber's going to whip this one in. Garcia wins the header. I'm going to make a bit of a weird change here. To be fair, this guy did play every cup game before today. So we're going to bring him on. Bert, the backup goalkeeper. I was actually tempted to put him in the starting 11. And I felt a little bit guilty about not doing it. So do you know what? We'll bring him off the bench. Pullison could also be making his final appearance here. As Burke comes on. Our backup goalkeeper. Played every game in the cup bar the semi-final. But I wanted to make sure he got an appearance here in the final. Not often you see the substitute goalkeeper getting brought on. But we're doing that right here. And here's Maeda. Kyogo, come on, I want him to get this goal. Furuhashi just can't bloody finish at the moment. This is what I'm saying. Probably need to improve that position. Bring in a bit more quality. As Timber whips this ball in. Cleared away. Maeda. Out to Kuhn. Here's Phil Brooks. Timber. Maeda. I'm overplaying it. I need to slow it down. Oh, lovely football. Furuhashi at last gets his cup final goal. 4-1. It could be his final goal in a Celtic shirt. And if it is, what a game to do it in. What a player he's been. The aura man himself. Well, the same way I wish Erik ten Hag nothing but the best for the future, I'll say the exact same thing about Kyogo Furuhashi if he does depart us. And I'll obviously make sure that he doesn't join another Scottish team. Not that, you know, not that they'd be able to afford him, most likely. And you can get fucked if you think I'm selling him to Rangers. But he has scored here in the cup final for us. 10 minutes left. Go on, let's try and make this as big a win as possible. McGregor. Could be his final game as well. Well, that depends. He might retire next season. And if that's the case, then we won't be able to sell him. Oh, what a ball. Brooks with the header. And here's Bart. His first touch in the Scottish Cup final. Sessegnon. Over to Timber. Kyogo Furuhashi. Christie. It was a half chance at best. Oh, Kyogo! Oh! Nearly sneaking in a second goal there. Yeah, go on, we'll bring on Costa, our backup centre-back. Give him a Scottish Cup final appearance as well for the last few minutes. Garcia's looking a bit tired. Although he has been quite the threat from set pieces. But Timber will whip this in. One of his final corners as a Celtic player. And unfortunately it doesn't lead to anything. How much added time is there going to be? Hopefully not much. I just kind of want to get into... Oh god, I did not mean to do that. I just want to get into the end of the season antics. And for that reason, let's just keep passing it around. Not even going to bother trying to score again. Burke can hold on to this. Hold on to it. Now get it away. And seal another double for us here. 3 doubles in a row in the first 3 seasons in this career mode. I'm very, very happy with that. I'm going to forget about the failures in Europe this season for a bit and just appreciate this moment. But a 4-1 win over St Johnstone gives us yet another Scottish Cup. We extended our record in the Scottish Premiership. We've done it here in the Domestic Cup as well. It's the final time some of these players will wear the green and white hoops of Celtic. And it's a great way to go out as well. Big changes needed in the summer though. We need to improve in Europe. And because of that, we got to be ruthless. We can't be being sentimental when we're trying to win Europe's elite competition. But the green and white ribbons are on the Scottish Cup again. Phil CM Punk Brooks, the man who signed a lifetime deal here, is going to lift his second trophy of the episode as Celtic once again are the double winners here in Scotland. The Scottish Cup raised in his hands. And as I say, it's a fitting farewell for some of these players. But for the other players, hopefully, it's more motivation for them to kick on and try and progress further in Europe. I think we've got a decent core squad there. I've just realised that Pullison, despite being a goalkeeper, has changed into an outfield player's kit. So that's interesting. But the fans celebrate with the players. It's been a great season for us here in Scotland. And as I say, we just need to carry that now over into Europe. So here we are at the end of yet another season, lads. Season 3 comes to an end. But stick around until the end of this video because I have an update on the schedule for the next few days bleeding into next week and also on the future of this series. There's a few key decisions I need your help to make, so please stick around and help me out with those decisions. But let's go over to the stats. Goal scoring wise, Adam Ida, 38 goals in 38 appearances, 8 assists as well. Very strong season from Adam Ida. Now, the one thing that is glaring to me there, though, is that he had to miss 11 league games, and a lot of that was down to his fitness. Not necessarily because of injuries, but because Adam Ida gets very bloody tired. So he does. Now, I don't want to sell him, but I do need a new man leading the line next season who is a little bit higher rated and has better stamina, let's just say. And I also found that in Europe, he didn't do as well as he did domestically. I found that he missed a lot of big chances. I don't know if it's a mental block or whatever. I don't know if they've coded something in that Ida's just better in Scotland than he is in Europe. But those are a couple of the things that I do need to address. Maida, though, he's going nowhere. I'm surprised he's only 79 rated because look at those stats. He feels like an 85, 86 rated player at times. He really is that damn good. 31 goals, 19 assists. He's going nowhere. Very happy to keep Dazen Maida in the squad. Kyogo Furuhashi. Listen, 24 goals and 33 appearances. A lot of them as substitute appearances as well. That is fantastic. But he's 32 years old. He is going to drop an overall soon, the same way that Callum McGregor is at the moment. He's worth about 15 million as well, Kyogo Furuhashi. So he is somebody that I will be looking to move on in the summer. He's a Celtic legend, a cult hero. He is the aura man himself. But I feel like this is probably the best time to depart from Kyogo Furuhashi. Speaking of departures, Quinton Timber. I'm going to miss this man. I really am going to miss this man. One season is what we got with him. I really thought we would get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League again this season, but it wasn't to be. And because of that, I do need to address this. As you can see here, Phil Brooks, lifetime contract. He's the exception to this rule. But we do have to sell 2 of our highest rated players that aren't named Phil Brooks. I need to keep making that distinction because I know somebody will say it if I don't. But Quinton Timber, he is 85 rated, so he's gone. I can't transfer list him yet because he's still in his first season technically, but as soon as the transfer window opens, I will have to put him on that list. But as you can see here, below him we have Matthias Pullison and Roosevelt Dorado, both 84 rated. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I'm going to leave it up to you about which one I should sell. Now, I would rather sell Dorado, if I'm going to be blunt about it. Dorado is the one I would like to let go of. Ideally, I'd like to keep both of them, but because of the stipulation that we had, one of them has to go. And the reason I'd pick Pullison to keep over Dorado is because he's younger, first of all. In terms of value for money, we got him on a free. He was a regen of the goalkeeper we had in season 1 in Kasper Schmeichel. Goalkeeping is in his blood, and I've just really enjoyed using him. And he's a long-term option as well. Dorado, 84 rated at 27. It's not too shabby, but there's younger players out there at a similar rating who can slot into that position very quickly. So that's why I'm a little bit... I'm hoping that Pullison is the one who stays, but I will go with whatever you guys think. So please do let me know. Do we keep Pullison? Do we keep Dorado? You let me know. Now, another thing I need your help with is the striker position. I have 2 players shortlisted. One of the 2 of them will be joining in the summer, and I'm going to leave it up to ye. So without further ado, let me show you those 2 players. These are the 2 men we are trying to decide between to lead the line for us next season. Evan Ferguson and Victor Gyökeres. Let me talk about this man here first, Gyökeres. Obviously a very popular choice in career mode this year. I've watched a few saves now on YouTube where this man has been leading the line for different teams. I think Jared has him at Tottenham. I know that Masterbox had him at United, and I'm sure that plenty of you out there are using him as well. Now, in real life, of course, he probably wouldn't join Celtic and would go nowhere near the Scottish League. But I am not focusing on realism here. I'm focusing on a storyline element that still makes sense. One of Celtic's greatest ever players, of course, is Henrik Larsson. He played for Celtic for 7 years. It's incredible looking at the numbers he was producing for Celtic and the age he was, that he stayed with them for so long. Obviously, he did eventually join Barcelona, had an extremely brief spell at United on loan, but he is remembered fondly as a Celtic legend. Swedish striker, same nationality as Gyökeres. Obviously, Larsson played in a European final as well for Celtic in 2003 and scored in that final, unfortunately in a losing effort against Porto. So can Gyökeres right that wrong, continue that legacy, and even do a little bit better than what Henrik Larsson did? Very, very high bar to reach, though, let's be honest. He would cost a pretty penny or two. £64 million is his market value, so not the cheapest signing, but I do think he'd be worth it in the long run. The other option we have, Irishman Evan Ferguson, real-life Brighton striker, initially moved to Tottenham in this career mode, and now playing for the team he supported growing up in Manchester United. 82 rated, so 4 ratings lower than Gyökeres, but he is 6 years younger than him as well, and potential is on his, time is on his side when it comes to potential. So I don't think it would take him very long to get to the same rating as Gyökeres. He's a little bit less expensive as well, 38 million, so it works out for us a bit better financially as well. And you are going to see him in action over the next few days on the channel. Let me just say that. I'll reveal that as well towards the end. But Evan Ferguson has been on this channel before. We had him as a backup striker with Cloyne United. It never quite worked out for him. I think we loaned him out at one stage as well. He didn't really get to have a run of games, and I have been anxious to use him in another save since then. He's Irish as well, which makes sense. Him and Ida would both be rotating in different games. So 2 Irish strikers to be leading the line for us. I think it makes sense, especially being at Celtic. But ultimately, lads, it's up to you. I'm happy to go with either one of these players, so do let me know which one you would prefer to see in the team. Let's just confirm the last few things here in the season as well, just to confirm the final league table. Obviously, we knew we'd already won it, and you obviously knew that as well, but we won it with 101 points, so we are Centurions officially. Hearts there in a very distant second with 76 points, and Rangers dropped down to the Conference League with 69 points in third. Not a very nice 69 for them. I'm not going to finish any more of that sentence because I'm going to get myself in trouble. But anyways, speaking of European football, let's have a look at who won each European trophy. The Conference League was won by the team who I'm predicting to win it in real life, Fiorentina, a 3-2 win over Porto there. Fair play to them. The Europa League is won by Roma, beating Liverpool on penalties, 4-3 after a 2-2 draw. Congratulations to Roma. And the UEFA Champions League was also won on penalties, this time by French giants Paris Saint-Germain, defeating Barcelona in the shootout. So congratulations to them. And lads, that will officially end it now for Season 3. So, just so you know the schedule, the next episode of the Celtic Career Mode will be next Tuesday. So a bit of a gap between this episode and the next one. But that is because I want to give you guys some time to decide who we should keep between Dorado and Pulisic and who we should sign between Gyökeres and Ferguson. And also, if you have any other suggestions for signings, please do let me know as well. But never fear, there is more content coming up on this channel this week. As you know, we are also managing Ireland in this career mode as well. And we are in the European Championship qualifying groups. I have already recorded 3 episodes of the Championship qualifiers, and they will be uploaded tomorrow, Friday, and Monday. So those will be uploaded onto the channel, and if we do qualify for the Euros, then after season 4 we will show that series on this channel as well. So that will be uploaded over the next few days. Very much hope you're looking forward to it. Lads, thank you all so much for the support on the series as always. I hope you've enjoyed season 3 despite the failures in the Champions League, but it does make season 4 a bit more interesting because there will have to be changes made to the squad. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. We are on the road to 400 subscribers, so please hit that button if you do enjoy this content, and I will talk to you all in the next episode. Take care.